crazy. Hey, but that's how it goes.
I need to go to a happier place.
I feel romantic.
Shut up, Ozzy!
Just go to bed, darling.
All right, change the subject.
Alrighty. How's everyone doing?
Really good. How are you?
I'm good.
You got
Hanging
some
in.
good news this week.
Yeah. I got my purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
You're looking good on it, Chuck.
Thanks.
Whatever you're doing. I was
Thanks.
saying to Mum the other day, how well you look.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's after purple?
So there's only 5 belts in jiu-jitsu. It's white, blue, purple, brown, then black.
I was a black belt in drinking.
You were actually like a 6th
A
degree black
master.
belt.
I was
Yeah.
a master.
Yeah,
You went. Yeah, you definitely.
the drinking monk.
Yeah, the drunken monkey.
Drunk monk.
Drinking slow motion.
Yeah, no, it was good. It wasn't expecting it, but it was great.
Great.
That's really good. Well done, Chuck.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Give me a round of applause, guys.
Oh, well, hey, thank you. What have you guys been up to?
Well, I've been busy being birthdays and all that.
Oh yeah, 75.
75.
Look at that.
And it was so sad. I heard a friend of mine passed away, Denny Lane. He wasn't a friend. I didn't really know him, but he was from Birmingham.
Oh really?
Yeah, very sad.
Who was it?
Denny Lane?
He was in the Moody Blues.
No,
and
it was the Denny and the Diplomats with Bev Bevan.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the original members of what was it name? Moody Blues.
Moody Blues.
And Paul McCartney's Wings.
Oh wow.
There was this Christmas song they did together, Mull of Kintyre,
Mm-hmm.
and they both wrote it together, and it was like the biggest single ever.
In England.
Yeah, in England. And he was just a very nice... There wasn't anyone that didn't like him. You know, he was an all right guy.
I met him one time at Shepperton, and we were both very drunk.
Oh okay.
Normal.
He
Checks
probably,
out.
he was kind of a bit more drunk than me, so I don't know if he would have remembered me.
I love when you say that, Dad, because you're pretty unforgettable.
How's my baby?
Yeah,
Good.
Kelly, welcome back.
Thank you. I just got back from Atlanta where I was filming a secret project.
Oh,
and,
super secret.
I'm really, really excited about it. It was so much fun to film.
Nice.
And I just had the best time. And I took the baby, and it was really
she
awesome.
set up a playground in the car park, swings,
yeah,
whole 9 yards.
Did they do
Oh,
that
you
for you,
did?
or
No,
did you?
I did
did?
it. Yeah, so I set up a little outside of my trailer. I set up a playground. I got the swing off of Amazon, and then the foam floor, like
Yeah.
the padding, and set up a whole area for him. And he loved it. He had his little playground area, and then he had a different one inside my trailer. And
Fun.
That's
Yeah.
really good. I must say, he's happy to see everybody when he comes here.
he's
Yeah.
so happy.
Yeah, he's a happy
is.
baby.
He's a happy soul.
And I think that's like the nicest compliment anybody can ever give you, is that your child is happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than your child being mental.
Moving
Talking
right
about food, it
along.
was good to see everybody on my birthday. Thank you for all the gifts and
Yeah.
things.
Wait, did you try out the pillow?
Yes.
Was it good?
I don't know what you do with it, to be honest with you.
Well, you just use it as a pillow in the bath.
That's what I did.
Was it comfortable?
No, it was... It's a pillow.
I thought it was going to be some life-changing bath
No,
experience.
maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Did you have the one pillow behind your knees and then the big one behind your back?
No, I was trying to make a 4-poster bed at the bath.
The duvet got a little heavy when it got wet.
So I must say I got back from London just a couple of days ago, and it's so beautiful there right now
I
with all the
know.
decorations. It's beyond Christmassy.
Yeah.
You know, they say, if it's neck surgery, the cold makes it a lot worse.
It does. It really
well,
does.
good job that you've got a lovely warm house that you live in.
Ah.
Really warm. Beautifully warm.
How about
You're
burning
just
the
keeping
fucking thing
you're
down?
just keeping this going.
Yeah, Kelly.
Mum's like that one person just keeps waving the flag. No, it's good. It's good. England's a great idea.
It
It's not the
is.
Titanic. We hit an iceberg, but it's unsinkable.
We'll get to New York soon. We'll get
We'll
there.
be a bit late.
Kel, you should have seen it everywhere. It's just so beautiful.
If you want the Christmas
And then
feeling,
what?
London's the place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
love
is.
all the Christmas markets as well. They don't have anything like that here.
Oh,
No Christmas markets,
The
no
best place
nothing.
for Christmas markets are Germany or Switzerland.
True.
Yeah.
But you should see London now.
They say they reckon
Brilliant.
that there's the biggest
Christmas market.
terrorist thing
I
Oh,
knew.
here we go.
since before.
I knew.
Since before
the-
9/11.
Well, the word you were looking for was threat.
Threat. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. And
Terrorist
I knew
threat.
you were going to come up with it.
Wait, for where?
Where, in England?
Traveling.
Right now.
Traveling.
Gotta watch out for terrorists. I'd be more worried about coyotes if I were you.
What's a kite?
No,
Oh.
did you ever see the it was so old. It was Will Ferrell on SNL, and he
Go
had
on.
this skit where he played like this old prospector. And it was all these like hardened
I
special
remember
forces,
this.
like
Yeah.
they were like, we're going into Afghanistan, we're gonna get bin Laden, and we've brought old prospector to guide us there. And it's like he's like an old gold prospector comes out, and he's just talking about like coyotes and being scared of them more than terrorists. Very. Oh, Gus Chiggins. Yeah, Gus Chiggins.
Oh,
Wow.
it's Gus
Wow.
Chickens.
If
It's
you
Gus
answer that
Chickens
fucking phone,
on the phone.
who's calling you? Who's calling you? Let's see who's calling.
Oh, please don't ring me, darling.
There we go, and then the phone goes down there, and
Sorry.
Wait, what's that, Sharon?
Coca-Cola, do you want some?
No, thank you.
Oh God, could you imagine if Mum drank whiskey?
Oh, tastes like cough syrup.
I don't mind it.
No, I don't. Cognac was a nice drink.
no, Kelly, you do mind it.
No, the taste I don't mind. I didn't mind it, but I do mind it.
do you know I know Sharon, Kelly's going to say, I loved it. I always thought champagne was the most overrated shit.
Well, wasn't champagne
I
made?
fucking love it. I could bath in
It's
champagne.
just sugar. It's
I love
sugar
I love the
bubbles.
sour
Fucking-
brute of a champagne when it's like a brute one, and it like makes you.
It's fucking
love it.
waste of
Gives
money.
me a headache. It's all that sugar.
Oh, I loved
Look,
it.
cider.
That was my drink of choice was champagne.
Yeah, I don't know. Just ugh.
Glühwein. I like Glühwein.
Just the idea of alcohol to me is just
Now
at this
it's
point,
disgusting.
It's just like fuck that.
A
The
good
only
beer.
thing-
A good beer.
Why are we talking about alcohol?
Christmas.
It's Christmas, exactly. It's the time everyone just gets
Then we
wasted.
need
by
to
the way,
talk
talking
about
of-
Glühwein and eggnog.
I think eggnog is
Glühwein was good,
disgusting.
wasn't it, in Germany?
Glühwein's the best.
Hey everyone, it's Kelly Osbourne, and I've got some exciting news for all you savvy holiday shoppers out there. If you want to save some serious cash this holiday season, look no further than Rakuten. They've got your back, and I mean seriously. It's the smartest way to save money when you shop. I know how important it is to find the best deals, and Rakuten has been a game changer for me. With so many stores at my fingertips, I can literally shop for anything. When I stack holiday sales on top of cashback, the savings are absolutely insane. With so many gifts to give this holiday season, Rakuten is a lifesaver for me. From the beauty products and fashion essentials I get for my friends, to the toys and games to keep the little ones entertained for days. The gift options are endless. I mean, there are over 3,700 stores that you can get cash back from. Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Sephora, Neiman Marcus. Rakuten has it all. And the best part is membership is absolutely free, and signing up is a piece of cake. So why not give it a try? You're already shopping, so why not get cash back while you're at it? Start your shopping trips at Rakuten.com or get the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cash back really adds up.
Hey everyone, it's Jack Osbourne, and the Osbournes podcast is sponsored by Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. Let me tell you, Prize Picks has added so much excitement to my football season, and I've been winning up to 25 times my money. And now they've got me hooked on basketball too. With Prize Picks, all you have to do is select 2 or more players, pick more than or less than on their projected stats, and submit your entry. It's as easy as that. What I truly love about Prize Picks is the seamless experience they offer. With quick withdrawals, user-friendly gameplay, and a massive variety of players and stats categories, Prize Picks has secured its spot as the #1 daily fantasy sports ad. Trust me, It doesn't get any better than this. We've been having a blast playing Prize Picks in the office, and let me tell you, our team have hit some massive payouts. It's incredible how the winnings just keep pouring in. And the best part is, it all takes less than 60 seconds, and you can do it too. So go to prizepicks.com/Osbournes and use the promo code Osbournes for the first deposit match up to $100. That's right, prizepicks.com/Osbournes and use the code Osbournes for your first deposit match up to $100. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Anyway, yeah, England is very festive at Christmas.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. But then the other 11 months out of the year, it's...
Listen to you, Jack.
Just you and this.
So what's the topic today, Jack?
All right. Well, wait. What's been going on with you? We have to do a little check-in.
No,
you turned 75?
I was just over in England, checking out our house, doing some press for my one-woman show. And here I am, back again.
I'm really excited for the one-woman show. I'm going. Are you going?
I don't know when it is.
It's January 21st.
Maybe. What does a one-woman show look like? Are you up there like beatboxing?
I sit there staring at people.
That's it.
Show.
Oh, you're like that weird artist, Abramovich or whatever, that just sat in a chair in a museum.
Do you read a book or something?
No.
Is that the one that painted with period blood?
Maybe.
Oh,
she was one of the
Like somebody interviews you. Like you did.
Yes, Jane Moore's doing it.
Jane Moore. I thought it was
Who's Jane
Kate,
Moore?
yeah.
Couldn't do the dates. I know.
Who's
Jane Moore, you know Gary Farrow's wife?
Oh,
Jane.
yeah,
She's
Jane.
Jane
Loose
who
Woman.
writes for the paper, and she's on Loose Women, and she was Gary's
Lovely,
ex-wife.
really good-looking blonde lady. Lovely.
Okay. So what happens? What happens when you? She just sits there and interviews you,
I don't know what she's asking me. That's the whole point.
Interesting.
I don't
So
know.
basically, you're doing like a live podcast in front of an audience.
And then the audience.
Mum's very good at it, by the way.
The audience get to ask
She's
me
very
questions.
good.
Is there a no-go? Is there a stipulation?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there areas where they can't talk to you about stuff?
The stuff that I won't talk about are you guys, the kids. 3 kids. Don't.
What about
nothing.
me?
You're an open book,
Okay.
right?
I've got a fucking library then.
I don't care if you talk about me.
I don't care if you talk about me.
I wouldn't do that. It's whatever goes on in your life is your story.
Oh, you're
to
talking
tell, not
like
mine.
like they want like details
Yes,
versus
yes.
like you
if
can't.
If they say like, "How's the kids?" They're great, thank you. How many grandkids? That's fine.
Yeah.
But if they ask anything personal about my kids, it's no. Ask them, not me,
Okay.
because it's not my story.
Fair enough. Well, we're gonna change gears from Mum's one-woman show to talking about AI.
Okay.
Oh, there is a new meaning to a one-woman show.
What?
There's just one woman in the audience.
One woman to a show.
Yes.
How do you feel about AI music?
Well, it's inevitable.
I don't
It's
like
kind of,
it.
in a weird way, I'm kind of interested because now they can tune you to anything, but I wonder if it will get that advanced that they can say like reform the Beatles.
Yeah, well, they kind of did, sort of.
But it didn't sound like the Beatles. It sounded like it's a good song. I'll play it a lot. It's a good song, but it doesn't sound like a Beatles thing to me. It sounded like a John Lennon track.
Did you? Okay, so go on, Cal. What were you saying?
I was going to say that I'm out of the one place where I don't think AI belongs is in music, because that's what makes music so special. There's a short amount of time that you have in your life, and that is that you can make music. And your music is your art, your talent, your sound. You can change.
It's meant to be your creation.
Yeah, it's your creation. And when a computer is now doing that for you, it takes away all of it. And I think it's wrong. But then again, if you see it in movies, I think it's awesome because you get to bring back people who are no longer here.
Yeah, but what about people in the music game that are not?
Yeah, but they're not alive. How the fuck do you know that that is what they wanted to say?
But it's just like I don't know.
I feel like if they're like, God forbid anything ever happened to you and somebody put out an AI Ozzy album,
Well-
it would be so hard to listen to and so
I have heard a track. Didn't you play?
Yeah, did you hear the track that I played? It was the AI Ozzy track.
Have you heard the AI Ozzy one of him singing Britney Spears?
No, I heard Shania Twain.
I saw the Britney Spears one. It's really good.
Well, I'm cringing at all of this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Now, okay, as a manager, what if someone called you and said, hey,
Would you manage this robot?
we have a computer, we want you to manage it.
This
Like,
lovely computer is all yours.
yeah, like what if, what do you feel about that? Like if, if someone proposed some
The
opportunity for dad.
The
If
thing
this-
is,
look at it like this. If you've got a bunch of kids at school learning about music and you give them the gift of AI and see what you can come up with, kids. But I'm sorry for grown-ass artists to come up and do music that way. Look, what are we trying to do now is get kids back to learn instruments, okay? Because so much music isn't done with real instruments, which is fine because then you've got a choice, but it's always better to learn how to play an instrument. And now you're getting somebody else to do this AI. Sorry, creatively, no.
you may not like it, but it's money.
But it's not, because it's putting so many people out of work.
I know, but greed will always overcome.
But is the mindset of like, okay, if you think about the evolution of the recording industry, there used to not be, you couldn't record anything, you had to go see someone live.
Frank Sinatra didn't believe in overdubs. So when he would record with a band, they did it live in the studio.
Wow.
Cut to Beatles, and when we started, we had 4-track machines, so you used to bounce down. Then you got 16-track. Then you got 48-track. Then you bounced 48 tracks to another 48. Then you got Pro Tool, which is like fucking, it can go forever. And it's we all used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's
No, but let me finish.
all right. Go on.
So now you got AI. So somebody says to you, you can make this sound. It's a hit record, a formula or whatever they fucking do. People are going to go for it because they want to be hit. I agree with you in the respect, taking a job. But we all did when they invented mellotrons. It was putting orchestras out of it. That was the bone of contention then. But it was, it got money talks,
Yeah,
whatever you're saying about not liking it, and it puts people out of work, people will use it anyway.
They're going to, and it's going to create a class of useless people.
Well,
And
we said last
disgusting.
time with this, the genie's out the bottle. You cannot put it back in, and that's it. But it's like, watching somebody who's a fashion designer, and it comes out of AI, all of these great designs. And so what's your job? Oh, you're going to find the fabrics. You're going to get people to sew it, but you didn't design it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's my kind of philosophy on it is like, well, it is ultimately cheapening whatever art you're utilizing it for, right? Because at this point, it's not. It's an algorithm. It's not a creative process. And I think a part of when you consume music, a movie, or art, and you buy art or fashion, you're subscribing to that person's creative process. Now it's just a computer program going, however it works is like it's just it's creating using an algorithm, and I think it is a cheaper process for sure.
But as a result of it being a cheaper process, that's why you're seeing it in the food industry, in the in factories. They're taking away jobs from human beings. Let me finish. It's going to create an entire class of human beings that can't get a job.
Yeah. It's true. It
An
is.
entire class of human beings that can't get a job. So how are they going to feed their families? How are they going to survive? Where are they going to live?
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny to that point. You are seeing a swing socially where people are going to college less and they're going to vocational schools more, like learning to be a mechanic, an electrician, a plumber. Because as we're rolling into this, we're surpassing digital, we're going AI now. And people are realizing, oh, wait, that, being a financial, projectionist where you're going to make projections on the stock market, you can't beat an AI algorithm that's going to tell you exactly what things are going to do based on trends.
Yes,
so
but,
that guy's out of work.
The danger is whatever technology is invented, there's going to be an element of society that misuses it, no matter what is invented.
Fully.
The thing that I'm really afraid of in AI is it's like robotic intelligence. When the military start using it for a bomb to go, shall I go nuke? Shall I? It'll start to think for itself.
Yeah.
And then when it starts to think and it gets a conscience, that's the danger.
But I wonder if, you use AI to write a love song or something very emotional. I wonder if it has the capacity to do that so that it brings out emotion from you.
I think it probably will. So we're right now. Does
AI have feelings?
So here's the thing. It says it doesn't, but if I've read articles and posts where people will have these like long-winded conversations with AI, and they call it prompts. Prompts are how you communicate to it, and it's almost like if you ask the right questions, it opens it triggers and goes to it opens up different doors. And so I've read things where people are having these conversations with AI over hours and hours, and they ask the right questions which lead to these answers where you're like, holy shit, like this chat you're having, it's like an emotional response to it.
Do you think they can write a song like Hallelujah?
I believe they could, yeah.
And what about empathy?
But Jack types in, didn't you say, write something on a blah, 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 Black Sabbath?
Well, no, when I took Dad to the doctor's office, we were sat waiting, and I was telling him about ChatGPT, and I pulled it up on my phone, and I said, okay, the year is 1980 whatever. Ozzy Osbourne's releasing this, what was it, like Bark at the Moon, and we need lyrics for a track, and here's the track title. And Dad gave like the structure of how he,
Verse, chorus,
and it's
literally in 2 seconds it wrote a song.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I would give it like a...
It was...
3.
Put it this way. If I was stuck for a lyric, it would start me off.
Yeah.
And then I would fill in the bits and pieces. Make it.
But it was really, really freaky. It was like, holy
Was
shit.
it accurate?
It was in the sense like...
It was in a weird way, wasn't
C
it?
plus B minus. That's what I would give it. Like, it wasn't like that's a fucking Ozzy song. It was like okay, that's a... Like, if...
It's a start.
It's a start.
You could put music to those lyrics.
Yeah, you could.
And a melody to it.
Everyone is rolling out these AIs. So you've got like Snapchat has their own version, and there's ChatGPT, and then there's OpenAI, and there's all sorts of different AI companies. The most advanced one is ChatGPT 4. And the big question is, like right now, we're at ChatGPT 4 and it could pump out like C+ lyrics. What does ChatGPT 10 look like? And is it at that point becomes this
Mozart?
The danger is when it starts to think for itself.
Yeah.
When it gets a conscience.
Does it have empathy? That's something that...
Yes, I know what you're saying, Kelly.
Does it have empathy? Because without empathy, we're all fucked.
But I think that can be learned, because I think empathy is something that ultimately is a social construct when you break it down, because what we as, living in America, what we have empathy towards, other cultures don't. So I believe it could learn empathy without a doubt.
Yeah,
But then there are people that don't have any empathy.
Sure.
But if he learns empathy, couldn't he learn at the same time the darker side?
Yeah.
And if he gets to think, he might start to go,
And here's like the huge debate that we're in about, okay, what does the governing body for AI look like? What's the box we're putting it in? Because it can't have absolute power. The worst thing I think anyone ever did was give these AI, algorithms the ability to code.
Yeah.
The ability to what, yeah?
To code.
To code.
To write computer code.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you could, what's to stop AI, like ChatGPT in a couple years for them to go, okay, code yourself. So it could now be in charge of its own evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's like that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Now, the CEO, the Grammy CEO, Harvey Mason, he said, we're not going to reward AI creativity unless it falls under two categories. One, if AI performed the song but humans wrote it, it's eligible for a writing category. Or two, if AI wrote but a human singer sings, it's eligible for a performance category. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Well, but all I can say is people will do that. I mean,
I disagree.
I mean, you can disagree all you want, but some people will use it like that.
They already are.
I mean, not to mention a name, I know someone who gets these kids that can't sing and creates a song for them and tunes their voices.
Yeah, but everybody does that now. Everybody.
I'm dropping a track soon.
Well, what's the difference between so someone tunes it in, so you go through the machine and go, tune that in for me on similar on the same path as whatever, and gives this thing information, and it tunes itself. This ought to be going.
Are you talking about auto-tuning?
Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it?
No.
No, I mean...
No. They're two different technologies.
But AI can auto-tune.
Yeah. It can
That's
do
what
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
You go, auto-tune that, and you'll be doing something over here while it's doing it automatically.
Yeah, but the thing is, you get somebody to auto-tune for you. You're still singing it. It's just that maybe you're out of tune, and so it puts your voice back.
So is that any better?
I think
because you've got to think about so many people who perform live now. Okay, I'm talking about auto-tuning live, who are dancing and you lose your breath. But people do it recording. If you can't hit that one note.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right. If you can't hit one particularly high note or whatever, you auto-tune it.
Yeah,
everybody
but what I'm
does
saying,
it.
it's a man that pushes the fucking auto-tune button, right? What about if you get these AI to auto-tune that while I'm doing this?
We can actually auto-tune this podcast.
Have you heard about the woman that married her AI-created boyfriend?
I had heard this, yeah.
And it's like the movie Her, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't understand, like, she's properly fallen in love with somebody that she invented on the computer, but how did that?
There's always one.
There is always one.
Well, it's always like it just falls under like my thing of like when anyone invents something or if there's anything new that comes out, someone's always got to go, well, how can I fuck it? That's like always the first thing. It's like, hey, we've got a spaceship. Well, can I fuck on it? Or hey,
talk about that. Did you read the article on Alan Cummings, that great actor? He's a Scottish actor. And he did a film years and years ago as a young kid where there was a ape. And the ape fell in love with him. And they had to stop the ape working with Alan because the ape wanted to fuck him.
That's okay.
It's better than fucking a robot. At least it's warm.
but that's we're seeing it though. But the world is such a place now where someone is falling in love and marrying a fucking computer program.
Listen, it's nutters everywhere. I saw a documentary where a woman married a bridge and she was eating...
Married to the Eiffel Tower. That's the best documentary ever.
Married a bridge.
Back to my point. If someone
creates
something, someone wants to figure out how to fuck it.
Yeah.
Did you see how...
She was eating
Did you see
it,
how...
though.
No, but did you see how she did fuck it?
No.
I don't care what it is.
So
I'm
on
gonna
Married to the
fucking-
Eiffel Tower, she took her knickers off and straddled one of the beams.
And just
was rubbing herself on it after she got got married, and then
let her do that.
How she would climax is, I can't remember the scientific term for it, but when your body becomes the same temperature as the
Beam.
the beam, the piece of metal in her fanny, it would turn her on and she would climax.
What the?
And it.
I got a have a seat was I got a cushion sticking up my butt here.
At least it's not the Eiffel Tower.
Did you watch the one with the bridge?
Probably the chair
She
trying to
ate it.
fuck
She was
me.
eating bits of it.
It's an AI chair. The AI chair is now in love with Dad. Is trying to fuck him.
Would you eat bits of a bridge?
No. Would you eat
what?
bits of a bridge?
No,
Would
no,
you?
not after somebody's fucked.
But it is okay. So wait, going back to
Listen, men marry those blow-up dolls. Why not?
but
Are
the
they
thing
going
is,
to marry
fucking
wires?
in our lifetime, we are absolutely going to see people marrying robots.
Oh,
yeah.
1,000%. I think we're 10 years away from it.
Yeah.
I don't even think that long.
But so now I'm sending a text and I'm writing, and it's like a faint letter of the next word I'm going to write.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait till they put. I mean, I have ChatGPT on my phone. Actually, here's an interesting thing about ChatGPT, is that and just any AI. I will say the stuff that has really impressed me with it is its ability to teach. It's actually quite genius how they've done it. So
An ability to cheat.
well, yeah.
Kids are going to cheat all their exams.
They already
everything.
are.
I use it with Pearl though to explain math.
Well, that's all right.
So she has a really hard time kind of following math. She's
The theory.
yeah, she's just. I mean, she's not the greatest math student ever. So it's a struggle, and so I use it to explain how you do this, and the prompts that I put in is, I'm a 6th grade student. I'm 11 years old. I'm having a hard time understanding fractions. Can you explain this to me in a way to where I can understand it? And it writes it in a way that an 11-year-old can read it and go, okay, I get that now. And that to me is where AI is genius.
Do you think one day it'll replace teachers in schools?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Of course it will.
I think I don't know if it will replace, because you're always going to need a warm body in the room to make sure kids aren't.
People will do it from home as well.
Oh, I know what you were just going to say about the behaviors and what's going on. They'll get one of those robots that looks like a dog going around the classroom to control the kids while they're learning from AI.
So they'll have to do their own. They'll have their own computer room.
Yeah.
And they'll go, right, go in there for an hour a day or whatever.
Years ago, I watched this futurist show, and it was talking about some of the things that we can expect coming down the pipeline for regular households. And they were talking about this AI toilet. And I actually think this is a genius invention.
Let's hear it.
No, listen, where...
From your poop, they'll tell you what's wrong with you.
Exactly. Your pee and your poop, and there'll be like a
Yeah,
TV wall.
in actual fact, in Japan, the toilets that we have would wipe your ass and everything.
Yeah.
They already have them there, advanced.
What happens if you're constipated? Does a hand come up?
No, I mean, you've got to extract.
Is there
some
something you want to
shit.
share with us that you've had to do in life?
No, but if it can do everything for you
No,
and you
but-
can't, you're constipated.
But-
It can't do everything for you. It can.
But it only does a test when you go in.
Yeah.
If you don't go, you ain't going to get a test, are you?
I mean, unless you talk to your toilet and you go, oh, Toto toilet, I'm having a real hard time taking a shit today.
And you
And then
just
it's going to
poke
go,
that.
well, you might need to up the fiber.
Yeah. Maybe you should get that cork
I
removed.
love my toilet.
You love your... Why don't you fucking marry it then?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck off.
See? You're already falling... Your mum's already changing. AI's just created a whole new thing for mum.
No, my toilet seat is hot all the time and I like it.
Okay. Oh, just like the Eiffel
See-
Tower for that woman.
I know, right?
It's getting all weird here now. This just in: Sharon Osbourne in love with her toilet. You'll be on.
Ozzy Osbourne gets divorced and his wife was having an affair with a toy for all these years. I don't care. I love my mom. She's not a fucking robot, so.
What if someone came and said, "Hey, I have a track for Ozzy," and it was like the most banger fucking track you've ever heard, but AI wrote it, and they were like, "We want Ozzy to sing on it." Would you perform an AI written song?
Oh, this would be
No, I co-write my own stuff.
Well,
Sure.
No. This is the first thing I'd say.
What?
As long as you ain't got to pay you any royalties because you're a fucking machine, we're on.
But I could see.
But if
How are they going to do that?
It's like an instrument, isn't it? It's a fine line because if it's done by a robot, you could say, I mean, it's like a cheat.
Yeah.
It's like Futurama in real life.
It is.
Shoot future.
Futurama.
Yeah, like, I mean,
It's
are you... Because I could see it as an interesting way with these AI programs to...
Do you remember that film that, what's his name, he's not very well anymore, about flying cars?
Yeah.
And the singer in it.
Michael J. Fox.
Oh,
Not Michael J. Fox.
Why?
The guy who's not well, he's an action guy.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Oh, Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, in the Fifth Element, where that robot alien lady was singing, it was like in a weird voice.
Yeah.
Oh, the opera
Blue
singer.
blood. That's kind of what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But it's like fashion. It's like I'm starting to think. I come from an era when we used to sit in a room and write songs and try bounce ideas off each other.
Mm.
But now, and we used to look at the old way, like, oh, it's vaudeville, you know, that's fucking old thing. But that's what's happening now because they look on us now, the Beatles and you know, as a dying era, you know. So the next generation, when we all die off, they're going to look at our music and go, yeah, but some of them will like it, but not as much as they did when we were doing it. So then, you know, this progress is what's the next thing, you know.
Mm.
I mean, flying machines in the last 100 years, you know, have changed so much.
Yeah.
And talking of which, why haven't they invented a plane that could jet off the runway? If he wants to go out of space, he can fly in outer space, switch from jet to a rocket.
Shortcut.
No, go from jet to a rocket.
That's to do with thrust. So you can't. You need so much thrust to get out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, but if you're up 60,000 feet,
Yeah.
and you switch from jet, which sucks in the air for the job, and it turns on a rocket, you can fly out.
Well, that's essentially what the Virgin Galactic is.
I don't know why they don't do that because they have to have the thrust to get this thing up into space. You think they would do that by now?
I'm sure AI will figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever hear about the antibiotics that the AI figured out? This is absolutely fascinating. So they're constantly having to change antibiotics because viruses and bacteria is always changing, and it takes about a year to figure out a new
Formula.
like a new formula and a new way to combat a certain bacterial virus. They plugged in data into some medical AI software, whatever it was, and it shat out like hundreds of formulas in minutes.
What are you doing?
The chair's
He's like
really
levitating.
fucking him.
Jack, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, so what do you think about, Bruce Willis and his family allowing studios to utilize his image and likeness?
It's up to his family, and everybody's different. And if it makes them happy, and if they know him better than anyone, if they think that's what he would have wanted, then so be it.
How did they do that?
So what they do is it's probably similar to like the hologram stuff that you see. So they'll have, if someone's dead but they have their image, they'll have someone in like a green suit and they paint the image over. That's what I think.
Like that Avatar.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll use some kind of avatar technology and
I think that there's certain voices and his voice specifically, like when you think about Look Who's Talking and, all of his movies, you never want to not hear that voice again. So
Yeah.
the fact that can still narrate a movie and...
What's the difference between that and music? I'd love to see the Beatles. I would love
I think that they can make it, but I don't think that it should be nominated for a Grammy.
I didn't say about nominations, but
No, I agree with you.
it shouldn't be nominated. That's nevertheless. But for people that want to see, Frank Sinatra,
As long as it is packaged and sold as this is not real. But if it...
But nevertheless, and that's not what I'm saying, Kelly. You're saying about movies, and what I'm saying, you were saying earlier on, they shouldn't do it with music because it's putting people out of work.
They've done it already with ABBA.
Hey, dead.
But they're not 23 anymore either, and there's pictures of them like in their 20s. There's a show of them.
what do you have you guys heard about deepfakes? You know what these
I
are?
don't like them, and I don't think they're that deep fake-y because they you can tell that it's AI.
Sure.
What is it?
But eventually you won't be able to tell.
Yeah, so deepfakes, where people use AI technology to create a video of someone or a picture of someone, and it's them. It's similar.
You see it all on TikTok.
Yes.
They've done it with shut up.
Teenager over here.
They've done it with Leonardo. They've done it with...
There's one of Dad singing Britney Spears. It's amazing.
There's Tom Cruise, but there's also here's where it gets crazy. What if there's a computer program that was incredibly convincing, everything was spot on, and it's the president declaring war on the country.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And he's like, nope, we're going to war. This is, and like, how do you, like, as public people, like figures, are we gonna have like a some? There has to be some way.
But
it's not a deep fake.
But
I've seen things on my YouTube channel thing where they put words into the mouths.
Yeah, that's a deep fake. Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, it shouldn't be allowed without somebody's permission because it has to be policed. You can't just let it go every which way.
But people
it needs
will be
policing.
People.
So
do you think terrorists going to go? Oh, we can't tell him to because it's not right. Fucking hell, they're going to jump on that. Or
Yeah.
Another thing that's really important is because of AI now, it's really important to have a very secret safe word that you have with your family.
Yeah.
Because
That's
AI
a
is
really good point.
It's something that like we have in our family. I feel like we all should have one. Because when
what
people,
is that, Kel?
a safe word, because what they do is they get your voice and they will call your parents and pretend that they've kidnapped you and extort you for money. But if you have a safe word,
So those bollocks.
or whatever it may be, like watermelon,
Yeah.
If that safe word isn't said, or you can't get that word out of them, then you know that it's fake.
Yeah. Yeah, you do like
It's a security word.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Yeah, I never even thought of that. And I'm wondering though if there's now with politicians and world leaders, if they're gonna have some kind of there has to be something that the AI can't replicate on camera, so everyone knows it's real.
But like a color or a
Yes, something
But
that you
somebody
hold,
will
like,
break the code.
But who's going to say, okay, you've got to do this, this, and this?
That's where we're at right now. There's a huge debate going on with what does the AI governing body look like? What Pandora's box can't be wide open. There has to be some regulation to it.
It's
And they're
not the
trying-
Wild West.
Terrorists are already putting things for the water.
Yeah.
To turn the water onto electricity. It's all computerized run.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to not do it,
what?
Because terrorists are clever, They're getting smarter by the day.
Yeah. Well, and now they've got access to AI just like we do. So what's
Sure.
to stop someone going on AI being like, what is the greatest, security weak point in whatever country? AI is going to process all the information it has and
And
go,
spit
well,
it out.
I wonder if there's a way to track who's asking those kind of questions?
They're tracking everything.
Yeah.
They're tracking everything, and the government. I mean, we're only what we have as the general public. It's the government, the military AI has got to be so freaking advanced. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
If they can lock a missile to a cell phone, and that's what the missile goes towards. Like they can, I mean, they're listening to everything at all times. I mean, there's these giant computers in Utah.
There must be so much information when you delete something. It don't go away.
No. And so what they're doing is they call them like data collection centers where the NSA has this giant underground computers in Utah. I mean, they're acres and acres, these computers, and they're all underground. And what they're doing is recording every single digital anything in the country. So phones, text messages, emails, they're harvesting all that data. Now with AI, what they can do is they can have it running through AI 24 hours a day, and they can go, oh, look, this person is they can start to theoretically.
They can go like, check Ozzy Osbourne for whatever.
Yeah.
And all my texts and all my calls, and I will get everyone. This is what he said in the last 5 years.
And here's the interesting thing about it, which I find kind of fascinating, is that even though like post 9/11, the government has had this massive surveillance state going in America, and they've got all these computers tracking everyone and everything, but they've utilized them after the fact to go back and be like, oh, look, we had all this information. Like they use it like after the fact, and they're trying to say like, oh no, we need it to stop it. So it's really interesting, like ethically, where you're like, well, you're not actually stopping anything. You're using it to gather.
But if you got AI, you could say, this is your weak point.
And scary point, though, is that AI is being programmed in Silicon Valley. It is politically biased. You're seeing political bias take place in AI, where it is more left-leaning versus kind of conservatism.
Yeah, but it's like whatever side you're on, the AI computer ain't necessarily, if it can think for itself.
But here's the thing. There is a whole thing with these AIs that they are left-leaning. And so the concern is, all right, an AI computer is going through data mining, going, all right, we're looking for terrorists, we're looking for bad guys. Oh, this guy, lives in the middle of nowhere. He buys lots of guns. He meets the mold for, the Unabomber. So this guy must be a terrorist. And it's like, well, no, he just lives in the middle of nowhere and buys lots of guns. Like, so it's really strange when you start thinking of like, okay, well, whose personality, whose political temperature is it kind of in alignment with?
It's a very dangerous era the planet's getting in.
Yeah, and for this reason, which I find really fascinating, is that do you remember when we went to the nuclear missile silo?
Yes.
So when we were there, they were telling us that nuclear missile silos in America aren't connected to the internet. They're all analog because out of the fear of hacking and AI and what's to stop it going.
So how do they set them up?
It's all like telephones and code words, there's no like internet.
Remember that movie, War Games?
Yeah.
That was it. It was the computer playing that
the trick. Yeah. Anyway, listen, we could do the AI debate. We could do the AI debate until we're blue in the face. But I think it's one of those things where we're just seeing...
It's just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. Forget it. It's like I said, genie's out the bottle. Can never put it back in. You're never going to be able to police it if every country's in control of their own.
Yeah.
So how are you ever going to police it?
You need John Connor to come from the future to save mankind.
Okay, then I'll get on it.
Yeah.
But
Where's John Connor when you need him?
Probably
The
fucking
first
bridge
AI
somewhere.
was a robotic mouse
The first
in 1950.
What? The first AI was a
Yeah, it
robotic...
says first shown AI system is Thesis Claude, Shannon's robotic mouse from 1950.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says on here. I don't know how real this is because I am just Googling
I was
it.
teleported back.
Well, this podcast will be brought to you in 5 years. Well, we won't even be here. We'll just plug in what we're going to talk about.
And they'll do
They'll
it
talk
for us.
Yeah. Kelly, have you thought about, as a parent now, like how you're gonna introduce AI and the internet and all that to your kid?
I think about it all the time because it's once you open that door, you can't close it. And once they know the information is out there and it's limitless, they're going to want to know everything. They're kids, they're sponges. You want to know everything. And I think that it's going to be something that is severely monitored and only used for educational purposes at first because it's just too much. And I think there's a lot of insecurity that comes along with it as well in the eyes of social media and the pressure and all of that when you're a kid.
Yeah.
I want my little boy to be a little boy.
And to keep innocence. That's what's so great at being a child.
But it's like when we had our kids, when you were little, it didn't stop you from playing games and computers and whatever. So it's a new thing for you.
It was a lot more innocent when we were little, though.
Would you want your child to be a techie?
I don't think I'll be able to stop my child from being a techie. It's just
What's
the
a
way of the
techie?
world now.
Yeah. I mean, Sid is
What's techie?
Big Sid
Yeah.
is very techie. Like
Daddy Sid is very, very, very techie.
I won't refer
What
to
is
him as Daddy
what is a
Sid.
techie?
That's what Daniel calls him.
I will
And-
not.
Hello, what is a techie?
Like someone who's
like
into computers.
technology. Anybody that's into like
Yeah, but it's techie is somebody extremely into it.
like computers
Oh,
and
didn't you
coding
tell me
and-
on Sunday that Pearl was watching a thing for 15 hours?
Yeah, I mean, Pearl's definitely got the makings for a techie.
Well, I wonder where she gets that from.
15 hours is insane.
No, she was on her iPad for 11 and a half.
That's insane.
Yeah. No.
Not in
But
you-
as parents, you
No,
got to
no,
rule.
no.
Taken away from her.
No,
right?
no, no. It wasn't when she was with me.
I was watching this thing on YouTube the other day about this guy. He said this guy goes to his kid, look, you're not going to play that game anymore. You're going to have it for so many hours, I'm going to put it in the safe. So the kid was so pissed off, he found the way to get into the safe, opened the safe, and there was a gun in there as well as his computer. And he got the gun and killed his parents so as he could play the game more.
Yeah. Listen, video game addiction is no joke.
It's a serious thing.
Serious thing. I mean, there's been times where
They
I've
was
been.
telling me about someone who died. You, Kelly.
No.
Somebody was telling me, I heard about somebody that was playing a video game for so long,
They did
and I thought he was resting.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that, a news
yeah.
article. Yeah. He was in a LAN center, which is like a video game place where there's just a bunch of computers, and he was just dead in a chair, and everyone thought he was asleep. And he was dead. He died of a heart attack. But I mean, it's the techie stuff is real. I mean, there are people that can spend. I mean, Pearl, when she gets sucked in, it's really hard for her to pull herself out of it. I have to be really regulated with her.
Hit up with the meth and off we go.
Well, that's. I mean, but to that.
What did you say?
Go hit on the meth.
Well, that's what all these.
Oh, moving right
not
along.
Pearl.
No, I'm saying what they'll take meth to stay awake to do more on the video game.
I
That's what
thought you were talking about Pearl doing meth, and I was like,
No,
what is
no,
going
no.
on?
No, but to that point, a lot of energy drink companies market to gamers because they know that they're gonna.
Did you see that guy died?
Which guy?
Some guy died through one of these new energy
from the
drinks.
one that
Another heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
Not Celsius.
Not Celsius. Was it Prime?
Prime. Yeah. But now that's just.
Well,
now
what
the
do you,
government-
what but a lot of
it's
caffeine.
tons of things, like
Yeah,
and if you've got like an existing condition, if you've like a heart condition, and you drink some of these energy drinks, it's fucking terrible for you.
I don't drink any of that.
You were into those 5-hour energies for a time.
When I'm doing shows,
Yeah, you were fucking hammering them.
fucking taste
They're
awful.
so
They're
gross.
disgusting.
Oh,
So I'm drinking Drino.
But the
Nice though.
now, if you were in school, Kelly, if you were like, you know what, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to get my, degree, whatever, would you use AI to help you?
100%.
Yeah.
Are you talking about cheating though?
No, because I think it's hard to.
Because I don't know if I
on
could.
a collegiate level, I think it's hard to cheat. Well, actually, I don't think it's hard to cheat.
Do you know I
using it.
can't read very well?
where did this come
No,
from?
I mean, would that help me?
No.
Probably not, but where it could help you is like a book. For instance, if you had to read a book, it could give you a summary of the book really quickly, but you could ask for a detailed summary, like, hey, I'm supposed to read whatever,
yeah.
and it could give it to you in like 5
Or
minutes.
it could
Write a
break down
report on
a
it.
story in a way that
But
you could read it.
Mummy was giving me praising my text write ability.
Yeah.
You are good at texting.
You're really good.
You suck on the phone, but you're great at texting.
It takes me 8 text passes the time away.
Yeah.
Dad is your text messages are always very long
But
and very well
it
written.
takes me a day to write a text.
No, it doesn't. You do very well with it. Don't put yourself down. You
And
do
it's not,
really
Dad,
good
it's
with
not
it.
that you can't read very well. What it is that you read fine.
You've got ADD.
No, it's that he doesn't comprehend what he's just read. So sometimes he has to read it twice or 3 times. And that's part of dyslexia.
As I'm reading, I'm forgetting what I'm reading.
He's just a little neurospicy.
I saw the video on Instagram where that came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's what we call neurodivergent. And neurodivergent is somebody that has like ADHD and dyslexia.
Yeah, like it's like a neurodivergent is like a huge umbrella term now for any like.
I'm trying to meet somebody that isn't neurodivergent because.
Did you know that people who had ADHD in the 50s, up until the 50s, could be getting a lobotomy?
I know.
Yeah.
I would have fully had lobotomy.
We would have given you a lobotomy.
For
We
sure.
all
sure.
would have had a
I'd
fucking
rather have
lobotomy in this family.
a frontal lobotomy than a bottle in front of me.
Well, I'm gonna go give myself a lobotomy now. So, yeah, let's
All
wrap
right.
this out. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
That was a
everybody.
good one today.
A good spirited conversation.
It gave me anxiety.
I don't like talking about machines.
AI can fix it all.
AI land.